I had to cut off my best friend after I realized she was toxic. So I, 20F, had this best friend, let's call her Rachel, 21F, for like 5 years. We met in high school, and I honestly thought we were ride or die. She was the kind of person who'd always say stuff like, I got your back and we're family. And for the longest time, I believed her. At first, it was just the little things. Like she'd constantly joke about my looks, telling me I could use a makeover or that I looked better with makeup. She'd say things like, you're not really my type, but you're cool when I'd get dressed up. And I would just laugh it off because, best friends. Then it started getting worse. Rachel would always be the first to point out if I gained weight. But if I ever commented on her appearance, she'd get super defensive, like unreasonably defensive. If I told her I felt insecure about something, she'd either ignore it or make it worse by saying stuff like, well, I mean, you do have a weird laugh, or yeah, you're kind of shy, but it's cute, I guess. It was like if I wasn't perfect in her eyes, she'd call it out in the most backhanded way. One thing I noticed was she would always make me feel like I was the less successful one. Like if we ever talked about college or career stuff, Rachel would low-key brag about how much better she was doing than me. I'm not saying I was doing horribly, but I'm still figuring stuff out. I remember one time I mentioned that I had a new job and was excited about it, and her reply was, oh, that's cute. I got a promotion like 2 weeks ago, so I guess we're kind of on the same level, but not really. The worst part was when I started dating this guy, Chris. He was really sweet, and I felt like I could finally breathe in a relationship where I wasn't being judged. Rachel would always bring up how he wasn't good enough for me, but never in a helpful way, like making me second-guess everything. It got to the point where she'd say things like, why does he always want to hang out with you? Are you sure he's not just using you? Or, you can do better than him, don't you think? What officially set me off was last month. I invited Rachel to my birthday dinner, and she brought this random girl I barely knew. I was chill about it. Like, whatever. But during dinner, Rachel started making fun of me in front of everyone. She was doing the whole, remember that one time you did this embarrassing thing? And I can't believe you wore that outfit last year. Ball? And I could see the look on everyone's faces. They were uncomfortable, and I was so embarrassed. At that point, I felt like I was just her punching bag. Later that night, she pulled me aside and was like, I don't know why you're so sensitive. I was just joking. You need to relax. Like, if I don't roast you, who will? That was it. I realized that she wasn't